I think also to add a little bit on this is that this type of therapy is to try to set a pace for WP and AFI to develop community structures which manages acute malnutrition at a community level. So that is why we are trying to engage in this, so that the future is community managing their own malnutrition at community level using local approach.
Kipore ujilo be METU-01 batom gekino konaga wala ri akop ak wala ra ko bon opia kiding lokal ani piari min na ngolol ibu kilonga yang borok welo kongkong ani kilonga ya ino ko kakim video kalanga tipin ko po nyare no ape ko kuna langa tipin ko po nyare wana ri piria kinonga kipinu ko ka kulaunete embo ke kulaut ipedori ala mun ngakria no kabir pedori ala mun kona
Oh, this is one of our caregivers. She's by and we took her through this. She had a baby who was the mark was 11.7, but by the time we trained her how to make this METU-01, the baby was able to recover. Now she's taking us on the process, like the way she was feeding the baby, like what she was giving the baby, the measurements, like. And the baby actually improved. Within a week, the baby was able to. When it is one child, okay. This is for one child. If there are two children, you put 24 spoons of flour and 4 cups of water.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we estimated the grams. It's about 140 is the way they can get close, because the mixture is specific to be able to get the nutrients that are recommended for treatment of moderate acute malnutrition. Because the target is to raise at least more than 1,000 or 1,100 to be specific kilocalories to contribute for the child, and then this contribution is specific.
Ani boko pima yo kes kona. Alam luar ni asagan.
Get a clean plate.
Aki pinu limi wakin yo me na bona mo ha.
So she was using that's why the recovery went faster.
Iti yak boreng kona.
When the water starts boiling, then you pour.
But ideally, METU-01 is adequate to be used as a supplementary food to manage moderate acute malnutrition at home.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if the child was not malnourished and the mother chooses
to treat, of course you're going to gain more than you're going to gain weight, because ideally if you are not malnourished, it means you're receiving adequate energy. The energy, the nutrients you're receiving is adequate for you to meet the, let's say the energy, I'm going to use the energy, but there are many other nutrients you need, but that energy is adequate to meet your daily energy requirement. So ideally, dosing you with METU-02, you're going to gain more.
Okay.
So that during the training, we recommend that when a child probably is sick or is in a situation that predisposes them to acute malnutrition, probably they have malaria, they have lost appetite, they are not eating well, so you are preventing. Then, if you have gone to the health facility and then they have told you that your child is either at risk, for example, because now it's mandatory that MWAC assessment or nutrition assessment has to be done whenever a mother goes to the health facility. Whether you're going for cough, malaria, an injury, whatever, the moment you reach OPD, it is now mandatory. Nutrition assessment has to be done for children. So if they find that you are at risk, then that is the action to take so that you don't get down there. So the recovery period is even shorter if you are just at risk. Yes.
I think we
Okay,
have to
Mama. Yes, yes.
Okay.
Put paste. And then the paste, when you get it, you get like peanuts. You fry, then you pound. After pounding, you sieve it. After sieving, then it's now ready to be put there. If this, but since there are 2 children, they're going to put 8 of that.
Yeah, so the groundnut has already undergone roasting.
Yes.
So which means the cooking time even lessens. And if there were any anti-nutritional factors that have been brought down by the roasting alone. So after pounding, our estimate is 50 grams of the gnut to make a good contribution of protein and more energy from the lipids that are present here, in addition to the other nutrients.
Another count. Kanabani Borea again. If you not another count again, and Karas scoring another count.
So here, it's not easy to get ghee. So it's usually supposed to be ghee, but since ghee is not like available, we use the cooking oil. Yes. So we use this. If it is 1 shell, we give like we measure with a spoon. It's like 1.5 spoons. But if there are 2 children, they put 3 of the cooking oil.
If it's one child, it's 1.5.
Yes. If it is 2, you can 3 spoons.
Okay.
Yes.
So that is an estimation of about 18 grams of ghee. Yeah, or oil. Yeah, so still that is in the process of raising more energy, and then knowing that the essentials, there are some vitamins that can only be carried in the fat. They are fat soluble. And then so many fatty acids, omega fatty acids. So all that is the easiest to extract, according to them, is sunflower. Then the last one is honey. That is also about 50 grams to still contribute until we reach the energy that we need and then the micronutrients in the way that is required. Yeah, so they put 50 grams, which is about, again, an estimate of 4 tablespoons for 1 child. So all those ingredients for 1 child means it is for the child for the whole day. So they can either choose to prepare half of it or all of it, and then the child keeps taking during the course of the day. Yeah, in addition to the normal meals. That particular child or mother who is at risk of malnutrition or who is already moderately malnourished should take this in addition to the regular meals that everyone else is taking at home.
What she's trying to explain is for them, like why they can get the cooking oil is from the sunflower, because it's what is available, or sim. Yes. But if she gets like 200 shillings, she can still run to the shop and buy the cooking oil. But in cases where there is no cooking oil, where there is no honey, they use sugar. Equal amounts of sugar. But this honey is put when it's already down. They don't, because it's already ready. Like they're going to carry it down, then they put
so it serves 2 purposes. It is still an additional source of energy, but also a sweetener. Community structures, like community management, where the community takes lead. So they already have these sorghum and gnut available. When we interacted with them, especially with the fish farmers who are already organized, they have not tried to produce honey. They have not looked at it yet as an enterprise. But during our interactions, there are already a few community members who have like 1 beehive, 2 beehives, but they are not yet looking at it as an enterprise. Then as for the goats, I think the biggest fear is usually the raiding. Yeah, so, but they say if the place is secure, they can take care of the goats so that they have adequate, gear. So this points a potential for actually solving the problem at the community level. As long as we have mothers like her who have understood it, have used it. Go to the next, and then still, this is a local AFI initiative to save energy. They have done the cooking with very few. There is still adequate energy to do more cooking and boiling of water. So as we train them this, we also